Okay. Mr. Maris. Okay. Sorry I'm late. I was on the phone with the attorney. All right. But yeah,
Well, I had called him, just, could you give us a little better explanation of what was on that note, what she was saying? and-
Clarification,
Yes.
yes.
the town's ordinance, which is being fixed, if you will, at the attorney's office, it's getting beefed up. As you know, it is pretty vague.
It is.
Yeah, so there's a lot to interpretation, and the only person that makes that determination at this point is a judge. So, what I can tell you is the best thing for you to do, you say that you have a whole plethora of proof against claiming the barking dogs, the disturbance, things of that nature. You need to turn that into us so that we can get it to the attorney.
It's recordings on my phone.
Okay, you need to pull, you need to download it, get it on a device that can be provided so that they can plug it in and it can be reviewed. Because anything that comes of it, it's evidence. And we need the evidence in order to prosecute. So the process of that is you turn in all your evidence. The attorney goes through it, yeah, there's a case here. At that point, the town, essentially, the town's attorney will file with the district attorney. At that point, the district attorney can refuse it. If it's compelling enough, they're not going to. Then it will go to a judge. Okay. So we're not the judge. We're as far removed from that as to be expected. So provide your proof, video, sound readings, i.e. with a what is it, a magnetometer or something? Yeah. So something, yeah, something o-meter. So if you if you have that and those readings, provide them. Pictures, the videos, the audio, all of that. It's going to be, one of the things that they're going to look for that would be compelling is, due to the vagueness of our ordinance, what is unreasonable? And that's a definition that we can't give.
But in the state law, it says certain type of agricultural and herding dogs. What he has is not agricultural and herding dogs, they're hunting dogs.
Yep. And did you know that there's a statute in Fish and Game that they can, I believe, I may be a little bit off on this, but I'm not going to be far, that they can train those dogs 9 months out of the year? Did you know that?
Yeah, we also know that they're not allowed on our property.
No. Oh, the at large. I'm glad you mentioned that. I skipped over the at large. Pictures, video of at large. That right there is compelling. Okay. The at large, that's the biggest ticket right there. As far as them being hunting dogs and they're on his property, the exemptions, even the attorneys saying that just because they're not registered with the state as a farm does not constitute that they are not a farm.
But who determines they're a farm?
Well, and that's one of the things, I asked a question, I had Michelle download and print off the requirement for a farm tag. I implore you guys to do that. I was amazed. I could come up here and get farm tags.
Mm-hmm.
It is so simple.
Well, farm,
Yeah.
That's not my point. Who are you?
Not agricultural herding protected dogs, you went to the thing that they can train 9 months out of the year. Regardless, they are not agricultural and herding
No,
dogs.
hunting dogs has nothing to do with agricultural. The hunting portion of it, they can train their dogs.
If they're saying you're agricultural and herding dog, and he has a farm, that's
Yeah.
the purpose of him having them.
That's
Again,
he says
again.
against the exemption.
Again, this is the burden of proof is on you. Provide the burden of proof. You have my absolute word. Everything you turn in will go to the town attorney. You have my word. we'll get it. If there's something compelling at that point, she's gonna have to instruct us on what is the next steps. I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I'm only able to relay the process that was explained to me. I've never experienced it. So I'd be lying to you by saying that this is exactly, the time frame and this is how it's. I'm not gonna tell you that. But determination isn't done by you or me or anybody else. It's done by somebody that wears a robe. And I can't tell you that it's going to be favorable for you or unfavorable. I don't know. It's a judge. As simple as that. You have my guarantee that any information, evidence, if you will, that you turn in, I will get to the town's attorney. If I have to drive it down there to Portland, I will. So,
I mean, like I said, dozens of recordings of the to see if I can load onto a thumb drive or something like that.
yeah, I would recommend a thumb drive or one of the very small, like the pocket, the small ones about this size. I wouldn't go any bigger than that, only because a lot of those, when they have to be plugged in, and they can only be unplugged for a certain amount of time before you could have a data breach. So be careful with that. Make sure you do your homework on what you're going to utilize to download all your information to. And always, always, always make a backup. You want to have an electronic copy of everything that you're submitting. Do not, don't, don't download something and not have it so that you still have it. Because if something is corrupt on that hard drive or it doesn't take, you still have it and you can provide it. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that you guys, everything you have is going to be accounted for and presented. So just make sure. I don't know what kinds are out there that are supposed to be, the best. Or whatever.
Now, what's
So
the thing with the farm? Have to produce $2,000 a year income,
that's only if they're registered to the state, from my understanding. So,
but to get the farm exemption, you have to be registered.
uh, what's the exemption?
The dogs get getting.
What? No, what's the exemption? What is a farm exemption?
EDC,
I,
that's all I'm saying.
I don't know. But farm exemption isn't just only an exemption for barking dogs. Tax exemptions, there are a number of things for exemptions. Yeah, I have not. I have not. But exemptions, again, who's the governing body that makes that determination?
That's you have to make $2,000 a year to get the farm. Department of Agriculture and stuff.
Yep, that I don't know. But again, you don't have to be registered with the state to be a farmer. So if you that exemption, what if he doesn't want the exemption?
Well, she's giving him the exemption by allowing him to put dogs to.
That's what she told us, and
And again,
And I can show you right on my phone, like 2, 3 o'clock in the night, when I have called 911, then you'll hear from her in all caps. She goes, she runs a farm. They can back all they want.
and you have copies of that.
Oh,
Well, then provide it. Provide it, and we'll get it to the town's attorney. And when she gives us an answer, we can provide that. That's the best I can do. I don't. Again, I want to impress. I am not an attorney. I'm not a judge, nor is this board. It has to go through the legal process. I don't have a problem getting that information to the town's attorney. Once it's in the town's attorney's hand, I make no determinations. I can only follow what I'm instructed. So, and as far as exemptions or classifications or anything like that, I don't do that. I don't drive around town and say, you're a residential, you're a business, you're a farm, I that's not my purview. That nobody in this town can do that. But it's get us the hard drive.
But why
I
see
wouldn't-
he's still allowed to say he's runs a farm? Then if that's the case. And what authority does she have to say that's a working farm and he has the exemption?
Well,
Could you please show me that?
I don't think,
the ACO does not work off of, I mean, she has the ordinance, obviously. And
she knows the animal welfare laws, and so do we.
and so if I can't answer that,
Yeah,
But she's been allowed to do that.
but I can't answer that. You're asking me, Brian, what you're asking us to do is to take and hold an individual accountable
No,
for.
I'm asking you, could you call the state and
And we're gonna get the same answer that we get every time that we provided you the emails with. And out of the 3 folders, and Matt Randall came down here, and not one time in anything from the state, any state official, whether it was the game warden, Matt Randall, the animal welfare lady, none of them have said that she's out of line. None of them have said that the ACO doesn't have this authority or is crossed the line or anything that for us as essentially her boss could bring her in here and tell her, smarten up.
but in that
the
case,
game warden did say that he was doing her job for her, because he wrote them up for dogs at large. And he said because she wouldn't, he was gonna do her job.
and Matt really said it.
We don't pass the rate of the meeting. Like witness. That,
Standing is because somebody didn't show up at court, it never went.
well, that's our whole point right now, you know, trying to get answers out of us. If she writes a ticket. Leah's gonna be there. You know, making the case, not us,
Right.
so
And that's just
that's
it,
why.
what, don't know. She may be able to.
Now, that's what I don't.
That's why the proof, the evidence, if you will,
Right.
and I'm gonna refer to it as such. Again, I'm not the attorney. Refers to your proof. If there is enough, that's the thing, is there's a town ticket and a state ticket. Okay, town ticket, the town is the one that litigates it. State ticket, the DA does.
Right,
So, regardless of the outcome, when the game warden wrote that ticket, that's no reflection on us at all.
that's a state.
Right. And the state didn't follow. So I can't say that with what proof that you have, Leah will be able to, the town's attorney, will be able to say, look, yeah, write the ticket.
Right,
ACO, write the ticket. We have enough that if you write the ticket, it's going to be compelling enough for a judge, the DA, to accept it and prosecute. And that's where it's going to come to, the town is going to handle that.
is the ordinance being beefed up enough?
Yes. Yes. No, it's going to have some structure to it. I have,
About the town ordinances.
yes. Now, keep in mind, any ordinances, we have to do a public hearing, we have to do an informational, and then it has to go to a town vote. If they vote no, it stays like it is. It's the taxpayers that make the decision. So, but when we get our rough and we have what we need, it will be put out for public. We will have an informational hearing. We have to have a public hearing. And then it'll go to vote. Now, whether or not that goes, I don't have a timeline on when that's gonna come back to us. I didn't think to ask her, honestly. But I think we gotta have, 30 days in between public hearing and vote. I think it's in that time frame, unless we do referendum. Unless it's referendum and it's 7 days prior or something like that. But we'll have the legal timeline to produce to everybody for what we have to do structurally wise to present the information, make any changes that are requested if we're going to do that, and then to have vote. It may go to referendum. I would prefer it go to referendum simply because we go to town meeting. 9 times out of 10, that stuff is always in the back. Because everybody's worried about the money. So they want to get the money done. And then by that time, we're down to 70 people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're tired.
It's not a good representation of your town.
Well, not only that, but they're tired. They just want to go. Yeah. Let's go. You know what I mean? So let's give it a fair shot.
Yeah.
And we do it at referendum. We're gonna have more people come in because it's 10 minutes out of their day. They'll come in. There's gonna be plenty of time in between, our draft and our final to informational to vote for that to happen so that we can talk to people, you know what I mean? And they can ask their questions and we can make changes accordingly that everybody, or not everybody, but a majority would like to see. Because there's always something in an ordinance that, one paragraph, you've all experienced it, one paragraph out of 30 pages and it's like the world's falling. So let's try to make it as complete as.
Where's Leah getting her information for this ordinance and stuff?
She has the ordinance. She has the ordinance.
She has an existing town.
Yes, but where, for the new one, where is she retrieving her?
I would probably guess, I didn't ask her that, but I would probably guess 25-year attorney, municipal attorney, she's probably got quite a bit of experience in quite a few towns that she can reach into and snatch information out of and add it to ours.
That's. You're looking at other towns ordinance. And how they are set up.
One of the things with ordinances, incorporate or not incorporation, what's the word? What do we always ask if we are charter? Charter makes a big difference in what the availability of ordinances and how far you can go with it. I was really kind of surprised at how much more you can do as a charter town. Wow. Yeah.
Another issue.
Zoning, zoning is another big thing too. Zoning, if where we don't have zoning, there's a lot of things we can't institute because we don't have zoning. Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty surprising how much two little things, well, what I would consider two little things, zoning.
Zoning should happen.
Planning board's working on it. Yep, that and the implementation. Yeah.
So you said,
Main Street, you see all the dumps that are not here that should be at least fenced off so it can't be seen. I mean, why would you want to drive down the
when you see some of this.
When you be entering proud of town?
Yeah. I mean, you look at it back in 1800s and there's dirt roads and there's horse shit, cow shit everywhere.
Well, that's.
That's different.
What's the difference?
Now, did I understand you were, when you said Leah was working on it and she didn't give you a time frame or something?
She did not, I didn't think to ask a time frame on the ordinance. No, I did not. Like I said, I would prefer that we do referendum. But we can do referendum anytime. Of course, we have to set our legal plans, for the informational, all that, but I would prefer to do it, but we can do it at any time. It doesn't have to be, the referendum we can't do it until June. No, those days are over. There's none of this that everything has to be only on certain times of the year. No, we'll call a special town meeting, set up and do a referendum. Yep, essentially
Well,
ours.
progress.
So when do you think you could have the compiled, again, reference evidence, if you will, compiled to turn in?
Well, I can't give you a specific time frame, but I'll.
Couple of weeks,
What's that?
couple of weeks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not looking for, Brian, believe me, I'm not looking for, hey, you gotta be here at noon on Thursday. No, give me a roundabout, that way I can just let her know, hey, he's compiling at this point. He's hoping to have it to us by, the November 20th.
Yeah.
And as soon as we have it, we'll get it to him.
Good, secure and.
And please, make sure you have a backup. Please make sure you have a backup. Because if anything happens and there's only that one copy of it, how do you get it back?
You know, I've worked with storages for quite a while. When you do photos in them, you have more than one photo,
Right.
you know, so same thing with anything, your audio or whatnot, like, those pictures probably in 3 different places.
Yeah.
So if I lost them in one, I could go to another.
I just want to make sure that way there's no, I'm not doubting your finesse, by no means. You did it for a long time,
You know,
but been retired for a while too. Just,
No, you don't. You just have more time.
Yeah.
believe me, I've been taking photos and doing dog issues.
Did you do these photos? Oh, nice ones. Real nice.
Oh, yep,
I won't be here.
all the other rooms, yep.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Lynn, would you like us to leave the door unlocked for you?
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I will
How you doing,
see you
Tom?
next time.
All right, so we'll get some stuff drafted and
okay,
compiled and.
yeah, I will, it won't be sent in the mail. I will drive it to Portland and hand it to the town's attorney. If not, the town's attorney. Reception. Drummond Woodson. Drummond Woodson,
Drummond Woodson.
yeah.
Well, when I sit back there, I don't always hear everything.
You never always hear when you sit there.
That's different. That, you know, when
That's my choice. Yeah. Yep.
Right, well, do you want this, take it home with you? So, this is regular selectmen meeting at.
Yes, 5:30. Yep,
He's on it.
No refreshments.
No refreshment.
No refreshments.
Pizza day.
I'm retired.
okay, so. Lynn, educate me on this, please.
Alright, and I don't. Should grab mine, okay. I guess.
You want to sit here,
everybody else-
Lynn?
No, if you wanna look on and gather around,
Don't even start.
Oh, I didn't get a copy of it, but that's all right.
Actually, I think these are all signed.
We can-
those are different months, that's all. One's July, one's August, one's September,
Okay. Oh, yeah. So,
and this one just has July, August, September going across this way.
Hmm.
Alright, so we got. This is the tax year.
Yeah.
This is what was outstanding at the beginning of that month. This-
now when you mean outstanding,
Mhm,
what's been unpaid
unpaid, these are
At the
unpaid
end-
taxes
at the end of 19? Okay,
Okay,
Right.
so we're still waiting on this, but. I had told you, I had found an error where there was a couple pieces of property that was sold and the taxes weren't written off. So
Uh-huh.
these numbers are a little bit skewed. So.
but not that phone.
Right, so we had no payments. In July, and that was the same balance, and then in 2022, we had this many taxes that were owed. We've got a payment of this, and then that's the way that reads, so 2023. We had this, we got paid that, and then this was what was left over. And if you look in the end of September, that was the price the amount that was lien.
203,940.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that was lien, it was, I think, 98 liens that we have.
Okay,
Our goal for next year is 50.
Okay, so this is cumulative for all these years.
Yes,
So
so
then-
yeah,
This didn't carry over here, just added up.
correct.
Yeah,
so these are the total taxes that are still outstanding
yeah,
in the
okay,
world.
yeah.
This is what we got paid in July, and
That's
then
what-
that was
The
the balance.
difference, yeah.
And then if it goes to this.
So this
what
is
we're-
September, this is the most current month,
Uh-huh,
Okay,
and so.
and these are the revenues, okay.
Mhm.
okay.
Did you hand out at the budget committee meeting?
No,
Oh, well, that looks familiar.
These are to be given to the
Yeah.
board monthly.
Yeah, these are treasurer's reports.
Did
that
you
he
hear it
has.
on last selectmen's meeting last week?
No,
It
this,
looks familiar, it looks like it's something I've seen, but that's.
well, it's probably because it's just my style of spreadsheet.
So I'm educated on that. So
Okay, so
Yeah.
now on this side, these are the revenues that had come in.
Yeah,
So every month we get auto excise, boat excise, town fees, ACO fees, whatever we take money in for, this is what totaled. And then the transfer station, this is their revenue. I put that separate
Uh-huh.
because it goes separate. It goes
and that's for the
into its
month
own.
of July of this
That's
year.
for the month of July, and then we have August, and then you have September. And then the
Uh-huh.
more and more of these reports that we do, then we can see like a trend. Like, oh, it's usually around, just under 5,000 that we're getting from the transfer station every month. You'll see a pattern of what we're getting. And the same thing with these revenues, because really everything is always basically the same.
I have a question as far as
Mhm.
excise.
Mhm.
Is that tallied by fiscal year for the state or by, because we get LRAP,
Mm-hmm,
local road assistance.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
That would be it, like,
36.
when those come in,
Yep.
there'll be a new line on here that will say LRAP or
Okay. All right.
or the revenue sharing or whatever. Whenever we get those payments in, they will reflect the month that they came in, and you'll see it on this list here.
Okay. All right.
And LRAC, and what does LRAC stand for?
Local road assistance
Oh,
program.
okay.
We get
Oh,
money
hell,
from the
not
state
EL, okay, yeah.
for plowing road.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So
So this is monthly. What about, have you got any totals
Totals
for like what's in transfer station?
no, because that revenue carried, I could figure it out, but it would take me a long time. So I'm just waiting for the auditors.
Yeah.
Carry it over, carry it over, carry it over. So I'm not digging through all the numbers. So
All right.
I could probably come up with like a
No, I.
somewhat figure, but I'm waiting for them to give me the right total. So these are our bank accounts that we have. The top ones, these are all the trust funds. These are like all the cemeteries, I guess, in here, this combination. And these are what we have in them. July, August, September, you'll see that they just keep going up because we don't touch them, and there's small interests that we're accumulating on them. That Norway has the best interest rate.
can we definitely find out about this one here?
What more do you want to find out about? Like,
It just simply says capital improvement. Capital improvement, what?
Hmm.
Because that's not one of the 3 capital improvement accounts that
No.
we've ever been educated on at this town.
Right.
So, and that's $103,000.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of money.
So,
Let me pull the book up. Let me see if it says anything else on it. What was that? Norway?
TD Bank, yeah, number 73, last count 733.
They just got popped. TD Bank,
Yeah, you see that.
laundering money.
Drug dealers, awesome.
I'm gonna call the bank tomorrow too and find out what's going on with res access and so forth. Yeah, it's just E/F capital improvement. Oh, they all say EF. Capital improvements, that's all we have.
Does
there's
it
a
say,
second. Let me see how far I go back. Capital improvements. Two 2001, it had 100,000. September, August.
so 01, that's money's been sitting there for 23 years.
No, 2020, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, because they would be interesting. When was it open? I don't know. I can find all that out when I call the bank, like exactly when was it open? What was it open with? because it has this 100,000, I'm thinking there was probably open some time in the past, probably with an even 100,000.
Right.
And then it just kept accumulating interest.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, that's $100,000 that could have gone budget. Well, I mean, we're really 1.7%, we'd better be better off to take that 100,000, dump it into, a 1-year CD at a 5% yield,
Right.
because they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was it Gorham Savings? They got a 5.9 right now. So we could make some pretty good money. You know what I mean? So when you find out about that, did you find out, who would we talk to about the legalities of that? I.e., if we have the board, if we're able to roll that money into a CD, do we have that authority? You know what I mean?
As treasurer, I would think that I would have the authority to be able to do that if I were on the account, which I'm not. So that's why we're gonna figure that out and straighten that out.
Who is on there?
Almost, I think it's one.
Would you have to be like an open account rather than a CD in case we have to draw money out of it, or?
Well, that's the legality questions.
Yeah.
What? The town would have to be destitute for us to withdraw out of a CD. Absolutely
Oh,
destitute.
yeah.
And if you look at the Bangor savings, we got almost 2.5 million
Right,
sitting in the account.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way we're gonna spend that kind of money. So, but nobody knows the backstory on 103. I mean, we've got 103 just in that one capital improvement.
Mm-hmm. And there hasn't been any money like deposited into that account
Right. For
ever. So that's all that accumulating is just interest. There's like been nobody's gone to walk to the bank and said, oh, let me throw some money into the capital improvements account. It's strictly interest over the years.
Right.
So
when the town voted to raise a certain amount of money for the capital improvement account, it didn't even go into the account?
we don't know.
No, I mean, that's what I'm asking.
We don't know. We don't know why. I don't even know why we have a capital improvement account with TD Bank. That was never moved. I don't even know if we have a bank. Well, in the 10 years here, it's always been Bangor Savings. It's never been another bank. So did we used to do business through TD Bank?
I think so. Do you get a statement from them monthly?
Mm-hmm.
Annually?
Sorry.
So how long ago were we with TD Bank?
I have no idea.
Were we with TD Bank back in the day they worked here?
I honestly cannot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, that's just it. Nobody here currently has any historical information on it.
No,
So,
I can count.
I mean, if that 103 was put in there, say 15 years ago, or even 20 years ago, as a CD, and then the CD expired, then it just stays there. If it doesn't get moved, it doesn't get moved. So it just sits there and gets regular junk interest on it, vice the higher with the CD. So maybe that's what happened, but the money raised and appropriated could have been 30 years.
Right.
That's why when I call the bank, maybe I'll even have to go to the bank and sit down with the lady and say, can you give me some history on this and that?
You'll be lucky if they give you any information
Right.
at all. We've done business with that bank for 52 years or free. And they still ask us for our ID. We're on the account. I don't know what.
but if you get a
And it's make a deposit, not let it withdraw.
Right,
Really?
right.
Bridgeton? I walk it in.
No, North County.
Oh, I knew
That's where we opened it. And we've done business there. I love Bridgeton.
Yeah, Bridgeton, I walk in.
They're awesome.
But if you get a CD at 5% sometimes, in some banks,
Walk in, get a
and it comes to term, and they roll it over automatically, they don't roll it over at 5%.
Well, that's because they were.
Mm,
when they roll it over on their own, they give you 2% or something. You're
mm,
gonna get it right on them when that CD comes to term that you want the same percentage, you know? That happened to me in Norway. A lot of banks do it. You know, like the Northeast Bank offers 5%,
mm.
but that's like an introductory to get you in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then if you don't pay attention to the term and when it rolls over, you're not at 5% anymore. And,
Who would you speak to on all of these accounts? Oh, if you run into a problem with TD won't mess with you,
Mm,
call Leah. She'll do the legal thing.
oh, okay. All right, because that's what I was afraid of gonna say, well, you're not on the account or whatever, but,
If they do that, call Leah. Leah can draft the letters, send them to TD Bank, Norway, Bangor. Obviously, we do all our banking.
Bangor, yeah, Bangor knows me now. So
Yeah, so-
they're fine.
And it may even be prudent before you go to these people to have that done through Leah prior. So that we have access.
Okay,
At least you have access.
yeah, so,
And I would ask as well, like this Edwin Walker Trust, Ethel Johnson Beautification,
mhm,
it's really fun. You know, times, what do we gotta do?
mm,
You know, just keep them going. I mean, this could go on forever.
that's what, like, where did the money originate from? And what was the purpose?
Yeah.
Because, like, what's it supposed to be used for?
Well, beautification, we used to have a beautification committee.
Mm,
So. And that, been that long since we did. I wanna say 5 or 6 years.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Hmm.
somewhere. in that
Maybe
neighborhood.
even 10.
Well, I was on the board when we had beautification.
Okay.
Cause we gave, they could have checked for $250 to do, get some plants for Main Street. Hanging plants. I remember that. So, Norway, the cemetery accounts,
mm,
like the civil defense fund account, I would say you're
what was its purpose?
civil defense,
Yeah,
town protection. Yeah, we ain't gonna worry about it. We got more than enough rednecks around our guns.
mm,
But
but then when we get rid of it, it just goes in the general fund, is that what- just dump it in the general fund, okay?
The Marston Cemetery Ministerial and School Fund account. Again, for. The Bean Spring Park Trust,
Mhm.
that's the boat landing, right?
I thought it was the statue.
Yeah, is it?
The statue, right?
Hmm,
Was that part of that, wasn't that the Bean family with the property down at the boat landing and stuff?
Wasn't it?
Shireen, yes,
That
yes.
was Shireen.
So. Okay. Yes, I'd reach out to Leah first.
Okay,
Get it so that there's something legal to give us access to those two banks.
mhm.
And get, if we can. I mean, does it make sense to keep different banks?
No,
And
it's
would there be
confusing, actually.
Well, would there be a reason to have, like,
Hmm.
the cemetery accounts?
Mhm.
Would it make sense to keep them at that one bank or just go ahead and add it to savings? And I'm just trying to,
Well,
Yeah, well,
is it something that would commonly happen?
if they're just gonna hover and just collect money, then they can just stay where they are.
well, the maximum insurance is it 200,000? So I mean, if you have more than 200,000, you might want to put it more in more than one bank.
Hmm,
So you know,
Well, there's a difference with the municipality
yeah, I don't
and
know,
just your own personal stuff.
hmm,
Because Bangor Savings has over we're around 2.5 million of our money
hmm.
right now.
let's hope they're insured for.
Yeah. Right, so. Okay, yeah. Sending over just CC list.
All right.
I gotta get a copy. You can just leave it. I don't think I got a copy.
Oh, I gave you a copy last night. You should be,
I don't
if
think-
you don't have a copy, I can make another copy. That's not a big deal, but.
Yeah, I wasn't here anyway.
Go ahead, budget.
Huh?
The budget committee.
Oh, that's what I asked, yeah. that's-
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
asked
yeah, I
the
did.
budget committee, same thing.
I gave it to you at the budget committee, but
Okay,
we
yeah.
didn't talk about it. at the
Yeah,
budget
right,
committee. That's what
okay, I
was-
thought I saw the budget
Yeah,
committee,
yeah.
I asked. too.
Okay, yeah.
I knew I saw it somewhere, yeah.
Mhm. All right.
All right, thanks.
All right, let me get
Thanks
rid
for
of
the
this.
education.
No problem, let me get rid of this. Be right back.
Alvina, Lee is gonna send you an email with, kind of a follow-up on, FOIA request for the human rights request. He's gonna send it, it kind of reaches, feels just like kind of what he's looking for, type of thing. She is gonna reach out to Justin Care, and set it up so that we can have a conversation with Justin
This
Care.
is Tony.
That's right.
Okay, I just,
Yeah, so we'll be doing that. I don't see anything from her yet. All right. The latest complaint that we're in receipt of. There was a quick cursory discussion of campaign. Did you send that out to the Chalmers?
I'm sorry, I can't.
The newest complaint. Did you send it to Chalmers?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Did you CC?
you know what? I don't think I did. I called to talk to Robin first.
Okay, and so you have a point of contact.
Yes,
She's the point of contact, or you're waiting on a point of contact?
she is the person I contact, and then she.
Okay, so you'll send it to her. She'll.
Okay,
Is that how it works?
well, I thought would, I also thought it was the town. Who would be handling it, and to follow that, so I'll double check. I don't want to-
The insurance company will assign the attorney. Don't know who. That's why we got Carrie, we got Walt,
Not yet, no.
two different firms.
Right.
So, don't know, the insurance company does that. But, when you. Thank you. Please have it sent out like close of business tomorrow.
Okay.
Waste any time on that regards.
Boy, how you doing, Denny?
Not the best.
Huh?
When I leave Brownfield, I'm doing great. When I'm in Brownfield,
How's cold
a lot of,
You allergic to the plant?
I'm allergic to the lies and deceit, disinformation, corruption, cronyism,
Oh,
collusion. To cover it up in Brownfield.
So we have.
how was the pizza Thursday?
Really good.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Was it regular breakfast pizza?
For the,
Coffee house.
yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah, she usually brings them in.
Yeah.
What's her name? I forget her name.
What's that with that? Forget. We had a bunch of new people come, that was nice.
Uh-huh.
Is it,
We're getting more people are coming to get more involved. Just gotta try to get our board of selectmen to be more welcoming,
Uh-huh.
stop casting shade on us and botching all of our attempts to have these community outreach events. Every time I do one, Willie, our rec director, everybody, because of these guys.
Well, I guess I talked to him on the phone.
Shade,
Couldn't get
shade on it.
Did you call with dispatch?
Their continuous slander, defamation.
Call Oxford County.
Well, but
Yeah.
Well, it's, I'm awaiting these public records, but there's a bunch of emails that
Actually,
prove
the
the
call.
point, but they don't want to give them sign to. But it's gonna be also be report, cost the town a lot more money, way more than they've spent. So Leah, the town's lawyer, in an attempt to shut me up,
He said,
and I'm tired of it. This isn't even a real meeting,
Okay,
because they're not following the policies and procedures of democracy.
okay.
They weren't even pledging allegiance to
What I
the
need
flag.
is-
Till I got involved and held my
And
comment to do so.
if you
And
look at
I'm
the
tired of
file,
it. very tired.
Well,
Extremely tired.
yeah,
Like, I'm not even gonna be able to be here long. I'm actually gonna leave now because I don't want to flip this table because I'm tired. And nobody's doing anything about it.
well, I'll talk to you about it on Thursday.
Okay.
Hey, sorry I couldn't get down there last Thursday.
No, that's not.
I got caught up with something. Yeah, but I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll talk to you about it on Thursday. Yeah,
And I'm not playing games with them. I'm just here to assume.
yeah. Yeah, bring some information Thursday. Cause you were, I know you got information on that, composting stuff.
Information on everything.
Yeah, and it's right.
I've been presenting these. And they've never, tomorrow. It's up to over $100,000 they've paid Leah in litigation costs, just for me to potentially cut me up.
Yeah, no, I'll see you on Thursday. Yeah, we'll talk about it Thursday.
We had a great meeting at the commissioners, so I'd like to talk to you about that too, because they understand the threat and she's prepared around Brownfield, Maine. A lot more people than me tired.
Where'd you go there and,
Because now they just got back. I gotta
where'd South Paris?
start my horticulture course tonight, so.
Oh, wow, on the computer?
Yeah, the University of Maine.
Uh-huh.
Assuming authority to redress our government.
So do you get college credits for it or, yeah, nice.
Start an internship there to attend to what our board of selectmen and your elected officials, including Jay Robinson, our superintendent of schools, is attending to attention, collect to attend to, like our main school garden network, and school gardens.
They got a project going in Freiburg, don't they?
Yeah, the Freiburg Academy is all over it.
Yeah, yeah.
But Jay Robinson couldn't care any less, just like our board of selectmen.
So what do they do with it? What's the status of it now, the one in Freiburg?
Freiburg is doing
I mean,
great.
is it put away for the winter or?
Well, there's more things in the works.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll take a ride over.
I'd love that.
Yeah, it's just Thursday.
I'd like to set that up with you because I've got a meeting
Yeah, we'll talk about it
for
Thursday.
that too.
Yeah, I'll bring a calendar and see.
I could show you that anytime.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
wanna just go, you and I could go.
Yeah, we can go with someday. All right, yeah, no problem.
Thanks for chatting. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Brian. No, it's all right. Like pizza. Well, we'll see you Thursday. Oh, it's a Hershey chocolate. This. Dark chocolate, but I can live,
No,
I can live with milk chocolate.
no Reese's got all picked out of there.
Oh, the peanut, there's peanut butter cravings around here. Do you get these at the Mennonites? Or
No.
they usually have bags of mixed candies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The chocolate's really
Oh,
soft.
I know another thing,
It's like getting
Hot.
soft ice cream, you know, you just get right in with.
shop. So that I can see it put in that video game. Because that is extremely. So. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I noticed that. What?
I just one question. Under the Freedom of Access Act.
Yep.
I'm trying to understand. I'd like to educate myself on the finances of this town.
Yep.
If I have questions, can I go to the treasurer direct or do I have to come to the board?
No, you can go right to her.
Okay, that's
Yep.
my question.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, we'll come to let this meeting go over. All rise for the pledge of allegiance, please. Oh. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, we have Miss Callista Cross here. Yes, ma'am.
And I saw you must be Rick Emery.
That's me.
Okay, you may not remember.
Oh, I know who you are. Yes, ma'am.
Email that I got, and I said, I hadn't seen you since you went into the military, and I got a picture of you when you were a teenager. Yeah.
Yep. 1990,
He was never a teenager.
right in the corners. Yeah, right on Route 5. Yes, ma'am. Yep.
It's good to see you again.
Yes, ma'am.
We're all grown up now.
Well, I'm not growing up. I'm growing up.
No mercy in this room.
Well, I'm here because you're one of the 14 towns that have named a bridge in your town after our veterans. And I appreciate what you've done, and it's just been so overwhelming the last 4 months that I wanted to do something special for the select people. So I have a friend who, I'll show you what you're gonna get in a minute, and he does this for our veterans. And because I'm a member with On Flight Maine, and I don't know if you've heard of On Flight Maine, where you can, veterans can go on a free trip to Washington DC. And so we raise money to help the veterans so they can go do that. So through that program, I met Ed, his name is Ed Como. And I'm leaving his name and address with you, so if you want to send a thank you note to him, he doesn't want anything at all. But he has a wall that he puts thank you notes up on and pictures. So I hope that you don't mind if I take a picture of the people at the end with what you're gonna get here. And send a picture to him, because he lives in Lincoln, Maine. And it's a long way.
Yeah, that's a haul.
It is, and so, he loves doing this for our veterans, and he does this for free, but he does have a shop where he does sell these things too. I'll just say it's a board, and so, with all that said, I'd like to present this to the select people, and I'm just so happy that, next week I go to your neighbor, Denmark, they're gonna be getting the same thing. And so I've got like 3 of these left to pass out, and I'm moving on to Bridgeton, Gorham, Saco, Biddeford, Sanford, and I'm gonna stretch this as far as it'll go. If the select people would like to name a bridge in that town after veterans, I'm gonna keep right on and moving as long as my take me.
Can I interrupt for a moment? Cindy is asking permission to record this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So with all that said, I would like to present this to the select people. And I hope you like it.
Oh, that's so nice.
Isn't that beautiful?
Nice.
I see it on
That's gorgeous. That's very, very nice.
So he's a wonderful guy to do this, and I was gonna pay for these. And no, he would not take any money. So I do send him money for postage,
Yeah.
but he still doesn't want more money for postage. So what do you do with a man like this, you know?
Marry him.
Isn't that beautiful? Just-
Great.
Yeah. Well, thanks. What's the name of the organization that sends veterans to
It's
Washington?
On a Flight Maine, and I'll.
Auto flight, yeah, if you have information on that. it'd be-
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
maybe, I don't know, we'll find a place if you don't mind.
I especially would like to give some Rick one personally.
Okay. All right,
And,
thank you.
let all your veterans know they can,
Oh, pardon?
let all the veterans know that you know, they can get, to go on a trip. Get your
Yeah.
name on the list. And there's a email address on the front of it, on the front of the page, and a telephone number. And you can get to talk to one of the board members. And so, like me, I just kind of spread the word out, and let you know what's going on. And then you don't have to pay for, veterans don't pay for a thing. And then they go in a wheelchair, so if they're disabled, they still can go. And actually, the disabled people, they put them above others that can't walk. But they start out like, I think the age is like 76, and I shouldn't say go up, because they usually start with World War II veterans and go down. And we had 5 women on the trip this past weekend. There was 5 women, and the oldest one was 100 years old.
Nice.
A World War II veteran, and this is what we love. We want to get all of them out there and on the trip. Well, they're still with us, you know, so it was,
They're dwindling pretty quick.
yeah, that's true. So I would like to get a picture of you, people with the board, if you don't mind, and
The board with the board.
right on, the board with the board, right? And you can do it however you want, with the flag, or just stand in here.
Okay.
Oh, this is nice. The 3 Musketeers.
Fingers behind the head.
Yeah, and we'll take a couple of pictures. 1, 2, 3, cheese.
What's a roller?
Okay, I'll do a little bit closer. And I'm gonna send this, when I get home, I'm gonna send it to Ed.
Oh, boy.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheese. All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
And it's good to see you.
You too, man.
Say, show.
And now's a good time to sit.
Well, told you.
Thanks for your time.
I'm just checking to see if they're all soft.
Oh, yeah. That's my father used to say,
Okay.
come home.
So we deviated.
Took a treat, he's like, to make sure they're not poisoned.
Oh, razor blades. Got pins.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Come every week, you're fun.
All right, order of the town of Brownfield municipal officers, 36 MRSA 906. Municipal officers of Brownfield, Maine, upon request of the tax collector and or treasurer of said municipality, hereby require and direct pursuant to 36 MRSA 906 that any tax payment received from an individual as payment for any property tax be applied against outstanding or delinquent taxes due on that property in chronological order, beginning with the oldest unpaid tax bill, provided, however, that no such payment shall be applied to any tax for which an abatement application or appeal is pending unless approved in writing by the taxpayer. This order shall remain in effect until rescinded by the municipal officers, dated 7/1/2024. It's for the GA hearing.
Minutes are over there, they were under yours, all of yours. With your agenda, I think.
All we have is the juvenile assistance.
The budget to you guys,
What's
they
it?
were all 3 pages there.
Yeah, all I got is these two, I think. Didn't put anything here.
Those are the old ones. There you go.
Gotcha.
Those were what you asked me
Yes.
for earlier.
Yeah. All right. I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes of October 15th. Second. All in favor?
Not much. The third one I have. If I have.
Is it that one right there? No.
I think so. If you don't have hardly anything to deal with, then you're losing it all.
I know.
Did you find it?
I didn't. This is the stuff like.
Right.
Oh, good.
Okay, so you lose them on the whole.
Yeah. It's like today's Monday. Payroll, all that's done. Okay, October 29th, we'll be having the Selectmen's meeting at the community center, starting at 5:30. Normal meeting, and then at 6:30, it'll be informational with the assessors, Bob and Hannah, for anybody to ask questions about the assessment, taxes, all that.
That's the 29th.
29th at 5:30, yes, sir. So. All right, the Public Safety Building Committee, when formed, was 11 members. They currently have 9. I'd like to appoint Brian Fortier. Do I have any objection?
You don't have an objection?
Very well.
Somebody make a motion on that?
I'll make the motion. Can we appoint Brian Fortier to the Public Safety Building Committee as a member that will expire June 30th of 2025. All in favor? We have the minutes from the Public Safety Building Committee meeting. They were uploaded to the web today. Maine Health.
That's a whole bunch of information that they're providing.
Yeah.
They offer to do or.
So. Foothills Community Food Calendar, Pantry Hours, free meals, Narcan, naloxone saves lives, drug take back day is every day, Maine's lactation friendly workplace, recognition program, and a draft tobacco policy for the town of Brownfield. Okay. Last week we got a brief from what was the name of that?
CEB.
Yes, EB on the grant deal. Southern Maine Planning does the same thing, and we are currently members of Southern Maine Planning. So I'd rather not do a letter of intent to CEB if we're already members of the Southern Maine Planning.
Well, I think what the CEB does, they're a service provider to help us if we want to do the application. They don't provide the grant, they just help with the application and then you can,
Well, that's what Southern Maine Planning is doing as well.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah, I mean, neither, yeah, they don't provide any money, CEBE,
No, neither
Yeah.
does Southern Maine Planning,
yeah,
but they're, instead of signing a letter of intent with CEB,
right,
we're already members with Southern Maine Planning.
right, oh, yeah, it's better go with them, yeah,
That would be my opinion.
yeah.
Would we have to vote on that?
So it would be good if you'd make a motion.
I'll make a
Yeah.
motion that we move forward with Southern Maine Planning on a community action grant by signing a letter of intent with CEB.
Second,
All in favor? October 29th at 5:15 PM, the sign committee will be meeting. Joe, is that gonna be here?
Yeah.
Perfect. Next public safety building committee meeting will be November 6th at 6 PM in this room. And- Good save. Next budget committee meeting will be Monday, 10/28 at 6 PM in this room. 10:30 at 6:30, I believe, in the community center. The select board will be meeting with Friends of Rec. Safety committee meeting members, Bill, Lynn, Richard, Cliff, Dickie, Alvina, and Willie. First meeting will be 11/12/24 at 4:30 PM. I would take it's gonna happen here. The safety manual, safety training with Safety Works for all the employees will be 11/19 at 8:30. Some of them will leave earlier than others just due to requirement. The affordable housing that was supposed to happen tonight has been postponed until we figure out another date with Jorgensen and Egan, John and Eric, and as soon as we know something, it'll be posted and put out for that brief.
Yeah, Rick, they had said that they could make the 12th. And I forget I think the other date is 29th, and we have
October,
something on November 12th.
November 12th. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
I'll let them know.
you guys good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should-
Well, yeah.
November 12th.
I think so, right, yeah.
6 o'clock, like last time.
What day is that fall?
Tuesday,
Tuesday?
yeah.
Can both of those gentlemen make it, do you know, or,
They said they could.
oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if they were both.
Yeah, that's all. They were short last time.
Now it's the same as the safety committee.
Was that right?
The next week is, we're still gonna have a meeting on that.
That's the same as the safety committee meeting, is that?
Yeah, it's at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
The safety meeting, where to go? On the 12th?
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no.
4:30,
That's at 4:30.
yeah,
This is 6 o'clock.
yeah, we're at 5:30,
Yep.
okay,
Yeah, safety committee can beat it down the hallway.
so it'll be Genesis.
So we're good there.
Six o'clock.
Okay. Anybody got anything? Yes, ma'am.
My,
I'm on the appeal board. And I did make the Zoom meeting the last time they had it online. So it's been rescheduled and it's a Zoom meeting. It's not like class where you just download it from somewhere. It's an actual Zoom meeting. I believe myself and Matt Cohen need to watch that or attend that.
Is Matt still on the board of appeals?
I,
Knowledgeable is, yeah.
I didn't think he was on board.
I didn't sign him up for it, so if he did, he signed himself.
Because I did receive the email and I'm gonna reply by saying I will be attending.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it on my schedule and everything. So.
You know who's on the board of appeals? It was,
Myself, with Lucy,
Yeah.
Don Wentworth.
God, that's what you
And,
forget.
that got me on that one. I had Matt Cohen, but I guess I don't know.
So we should have 5. A quant. Who's the 5th?
I can't think of it.
Can't think either. No, I always forget Dawn for some reason.
I can tell you. And the other thing is, I thought this was very strange. I received an email from MMA with regards to freedom of access information.
Yeah.
And there's a Zoom meeting of some sort. And I came in and talked to Lynn about it because I didn't know why was I included in that.
Ballot clerk?
Some-
Is it because you're a ballot clerk?
Board of Appeals, I think.
Yeah, board of appeals, yeah.
Member of the committee was supposed to take.
Yeah, the board of appeals statutory
Board
requirements.
of
Yeah, yeah,
Appeals, Budget Committee.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, understanding the freedom of access webinar. And it's, if I have to register it, it's December 4th at 4:30.
Okay.
And that's on a Wednesday. And, the town has to pay $40.
Yep.
So, as far as the Board of Appeals, I'll get back to you on that. So those are my only 2 issues. I plan on taking both.
Okay, thank you.
So, thank you.
Anybody else? Yes. What? Some question. Yeah. Did you fill it all? Bypass that one.
I missed that.
I do too, but probably just as well.
Frank got it.
I would like to see us set some boundaries out here for the community garden.
Yep.
I mean, some definite ones.
Okay.
And the parking lot that's out there now where the firewood piled up. That used to be a parking, believe it or not. Right by the tennis court. Well, you know where it's got that little.
Yeah.
I had to call it. That's the firewood park there. Well, the other day I watched cars as they come out to watch soccer. And they had one guy out there kind of guiding cars around that pile of wood so they wouldn't run over it and do some damage on their plastic or whatever.
Right.
That needs to be removed.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get blamed for hauling off.
You wanna handle that?
Got the firewood,
Get it out of here.
didn't a pile of firewood get removed once?
Oh, yeah, and
This is a new pile?
came in and wanted to call the cops and have people charged for theft and, yeah. So,
All right, I'll see him Thursday.
I mean, I'd love still to see the cars parked there.
right, yeah,
That's my one thought.
yeah, and we can do a policy, definitely.
Is there a place, go ahead.
Do you want to do a workshop for these 2? I mean, I want to talk about getting the wood out. But we can also set it up, we can, create a policy. And
Like no fires.
yes.
We never did that. I mean, we said that, but we
Right,
never.
we can do that. And let's do a workshop.
Yeah.
Don't forget, next week, hunting starts.
I know. Push it.
I'm just saying, man.
Is there a place you want to move the wood to or anything?
Off town property would be good.
Off town property?
And what's the purpose of his firewood being down here? What is the purpose?
Yeah, I didn't know if there was an agreement with the town and him, and so, you know, you think, yeah.
No, we actually, it's not in writing yet, but it's gonna be that we agreed that no more fires on town property.
Okay, yeah.
Too much of a liability.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's two grills out there by the big play area there. Utilize those. That's why they're there. You know, you want to start a fire, at least that keeps it contained. Just throwing some rocks on the ground out here, wind comes by, catches the grass, then burns down the town hall. That'd be awesome.
So we don't want the firewood moved down by the grills at all?
No.
Okay, you want it off the property? Okay.
So let me know when you want to do a workshop. I can't do anything Thursday. I gotta be up in South Paris.
Thursday's out for me.
Yeah.
You already worked me to that this week.
Thursday, I gotta be in South Paris for that marijuana deal. That brief up there, so. But. I have to go on something next week. The 28th through the 1st. So 29th, we have public hearing over there. I don't think there's anything going on in here. Cause we can do the workshop right in the office up there. So.
Maybe you should meet with the, Friends of Rec. Cause it is kind of near the,
What's that?
to talk to them about the garden, where it would be a better place.
Well, it's not, we just need to lay it out. I mean, it's fine right here.
Okay.
We didn't have a problem being out here. It's just, it got spread a little bit wider than what we initially thought, especially over by the septic tank and all that. We gotta be careful of that.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
What do you want?
What's the 30th?
30th is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't see,
We've already got to meet for Friends of Rec. So.
it's 6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you meet before that?
Yeah, what's going on? It's Wednesday. Wednesday. Public safety. 11:06, yes, we're good. Yeah, we could do the 30th. Say 30th at 5.
At 5?
Yeah, that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you post that, please?
I will.
That's gonna be a garden workshop,
Policy workshop.
policy?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
So not just a garden, the whole area.
Yeah.
I have that name. So it's with Lucy, he's the chair.
Yep.
Myself, Don Wentworth, Matt Cohen, and Steve Booker.
Steve Booker.
That's it.
Man, I just talked to him a couple days ago. Yes.
Don't know if he's taking the class, so.
You got his number? I can shoot him a message, ask him if he's taking it.
He's on the Board of Appeals.
Yes.
He must be on that list.
Yes.
Okay, so I
Well, no, actually, he did Steve it. Steve took it, you have 9.
check, okay.
All right. Last call. All right, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second it.
All in favor? Thank you. What are you doing? Oh.
Long leaf. So should I invite Vinny to the workshop?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because
I mean,
Now I need a reason to be